Hi J Dolls, and I'm back with another video. Before we get to this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and ring that bell. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so don't play with us because we ain't never been one of them, okay? And if you're not a hater and it's free 99 to subscribe, just subscribe. And if you don't, take that with your mama, because why she raised you like that? Straight hating. Okay, anyways, y'all, today I'm actually going to be doing a video about being the black sheep in your family. And understanding being the black sheep means that you are the chosen one, you are the gifted, you are the light worker, and people are constantly trying to dim your light because of it. And understanding that being the black sheep, or being misunderstood, or being pretty much talked down to, and all these type of things are not a reflection of you, but the reflection of others. So I took notes because I wanted us to get into the nitty gritty as somebody that used to be the black sheep and really let people dim my light and stop me from doing things because they were judging me and saying negative things about me, and I started to believe it. As the black sheep, you cannot believe what other people tell you, especially because you have to understand that people don't always have the same mindset as you. Some people have limited mindsets, especially the ones that are not the black sheep. Like black sheeps, which is the unique ones, we can see past surface level things. We can see our future, what things we enjoy, what our creativity is, what real things are happening, maybe even what's going to happen beforehand. And we surround ourselves around limited-minded people that can't really foresee the future, or don't have good discernment, or don't love themselves, so then they use their insecurities upon the chosen ones, right, to try to bring us down to their level. So let's talk about it. So the first thing on my list about being the black sheep, right, this is how the childhood is. So usually you're very different from your family. Like for me personally, I was very different from my family. Like I asked a lot of questions, and my family hated questions because they were very avoidant, and I'm very anxious. So I like to know. And I also had a different kind of belief system. Like my family really, not my whole family, because my brother is not like that either, but my mother was very like Christian-y and enjoyed church. And then like when I would go to church, I didn't really feel connected with church. I questioned a lot of things in church. I questioned a lot of things in the Bible. And so like I was always the kid to ask questions. I was always the kid to tell my business, to, I guess that's why I'm on the internet telling my business, because I love to do this as a kid. But when I was a kid, I used to get in trouble for it. Like, so anyways, usually when you are the black sheep of your family is very jealous. So you usually grow up with a jealous family. So a lot of times this really looks like negativity. Like they're always trying to put you down and make it seem like, sometimes they'll be like, oh, she likes to read a lot, that's dumb. Or, oh, she's always like singing, she can't sing. Oh, like you can't draw. Like they're always trying to put you down and make you feel bad, or make you feel like you're weird for doing stuff. Like, oh, you're weird, you always like sit down and watch anime. Or, oh, you're weird, you like always like to like ask questions and read books. Like literally they find the stupidest things to make you feel bad about yourself. Like, and they also make you feel like your creativity is not enough. So me, for example, when I was growing up, I used to sing. Y'all, I would sing in choir. I was in choir. I would sing when I was a little girl. And if you've seen my other videos, you've heard of this, because I thought I was going to be a singer growing up. And my dad really pushed me to really think about being a singer. He loved me as a singer. So anyways, growing up, my cousins would be like, oh, you can't sing, or they'll laugh at me. Or when I had like a solo, they would like crack jokes like, oh yeah, you're never gonna sing. Or like we'll have like singing competitions and like karaoke, and then like they would always judge me for my singing. And also with my poetry, y'all, when I did my first poetry, I did my first performance when I was like 14 years old. I was very young. I went up there and I performed, and I messed up, and my cousins were laughing at me, and like people were questioning me of like if I can do this. Another thing that's kind of weird, outside of just creativity, even your older family members will be jealous of you for the smallest thing. Like my aunt used to be jealous of me because, oh, I get whatever I want, I'm spoiled, and I need to stay in a child's place, and all these type of things and assumptions she had about me, because growing up she didn't get the material things and she couldn't voice her opinion. And we got to break that down, because why are you hating on, at this age, she had to be like 30 something, almost 40. Why is you hating on a 13-year-old and you 40? So she used to always say like, oh, Joanna always thinks she can get what she wants. Oh, Joanna's spoiled, and her mom just let her do whatever she wants, and this and that. We're not even gonna bring up what she do with her kids, but it's totally the opposite. It's terrible. So she wants to literally make me feel bad because she feels bad about her parenting. Y'all have to understand that people are only trying to make you feel bad about yourself because they can see that you're amazing. So don't believe them, and don't let them make you feel less than and dim you down and quiet you and do all these weird things, because the jealous people hate themselves. So they start pushing their energy on you. So she would do that, and she didn't even know what I was going through as a child. The reason why I had to not act my age is because I had a mother, my mother. I was going through a lot of things, and maybe gifts were a way for my mom to make me feel good and make up for the things that I've been through. That's how I feel, right? So my aunt didn't know. She knew, actually. She did know a lot of things that was happening in my household, actually. Let's be honest. But she was so wrapped up in how she grew up, and she wants you to suffer as much as she suffered. You got to watch out for those type of people, because people that are jealous of young kids is insane, right? This, mine's there always. Throat chakra. So, when you are the chosen one, right? As a child, as a young child, you're your authentic self. You're free. You do the things you love before you start really caring about people's opinions. But then once you get to the point of like people like expressing their negativity on you because you are different, and because they're all on the same mindset and the wavelength of like no growth and no expression. A lot of people don't even know themselves, right? So once you start being around these people and feeling like, man, I'm not like them, and oh, I'm not the best, and oh, you start getting all these negative thoughts because that's what they're feeding you, because you are different, because you do shine brighter, right? Your throat chakra starts to get blocked because you stop your creativity. You stop doing certain things because of what other people think of you, or how other people feel about your art, or what they said to you. Your throat chakra starts to get blocked because you don't feel like you can voice your opinions, or you can't do certain things without people judging you. And you start getting into this revolving cycle of really caring what people think of you instead of caring about what you think of yourself, and caring about your craft and who you really who you are and what you were meant to bring to this earth. You have to understand, as a black sheep, you are put on this earth to be different from your family, to help them grow, right? To help break generational curses, to be expressive, to be different, to be that millionaire, that billionaire of your family, to be that graduate of your family, to be that lawyer, doctor of your family, to be that first family member to move out of country, out of state. You are chosen to be the change. And a lot of people don't understand that, being the black sheep, you are chosen, you are different for a reason. And if you load in and lock into what people are saying about you in the negative sense, and you stick with that for the rest of your life, you are only not being true to yourself. And you got to choose yourself. So let's talk about adulthood. A big thing about being the black sheep in your adulthood is not being understood. People will not understand you, and you have to seek to not be understood. You have to, let me say it again, you have to seek to not be understood. And that's something I had to learn, because I'm like, am I weird? Am I wrong? I grew up questioning myself a lot. I grew up needing validation a lot because I was not accepting my gifts. I was not accepting accepting I was different and loving that I was different, and I wasn't standing in confidence of, I don't care what you say, this is me, right? So they're not going to understand you, because these are surface level thinkers. These are people that repeat cycles. These are people that are not leaders, which is why they're not the black sheep. That's why they're not the chosen one, because they do the same stuff. What makes them different? Nothing, right? So being misunderstood is a good thing. And you will attract your soul tribe. You will attract the people that understand you, y'all. I have finally attracted people that understand me, because my family didn't understand me. There's been situations when I tell my family these situations are going to happen, they don't believe me. And then they end up happening, right? And I used to be seeking for like understanding, because they be like, oh, you're overthinking. And it happens. You're underthinking. So that's what I had to start thinking. You're underthinking. I have great discernment. My discernment level, my intuition is higher than the average. And you guys are the average. And I had to understand that, and I had to trust myself. Because once I started listening to other people and not trusting myself, every time I did that, things went wrong. And so I had to understand the reason they can't understand me is my purpose is higher. My intuition is deeper. My discernment is out of this world. I can see things before other people can see things. I am a prophet. Like, I didn't know these things, right? I didn't know how I knew things. I didn't know how I was giving people messages. I didn't know why when I explained, oh, this person is being weird, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And they say, no, this is a nice person. This person ain't. Joanna, you overthinking. Oh, Joanna, this. And I could see straight through it. So I got to a point where I started seeing things like in a specific friend. I said, this friend is acting weird. This friend is jealous. I had to start writing notes of everything she did, just to prove to the people that didn't understand me. Ain't that crazy? And once I wrote everything, I knew before I wrote everything, from the first act, from the physical in my body feeling strange, reaching out to her, I knew something wasn't good with her. But it took me writing a list and telling my family and my friends for them to say, oh yeah, she ain't right. I told y'all this before she started doing all these 15 things that she wasn't right. So yeah, y'all, you got to learn that. You got to also understand, as like a light worker and as someone that is chosen to be doing more and to be out here in this world, you're going to attract jealous friends. You're going to attract jealous friends. Because when you are of light and people see these great things in you, you have to understand, insecure people love people that look good. Insecure people love people that look good. I have seen this on TikTok, that the most insecure, crippling insecure people, they have to be like with the stereotypical good looking guy. Like they can't, like they have to look perfect. Like they date people that look like they have no flaws. You know, the typical pretty boy or pretty girl, whatever. They always tend to go for people that they feel like look better than them or look really, really good, because they care about looks a lot. So you have to understand that when you're a person of light, and like you're a black sheep, like you stick out, you might be different, like you might have a different type of personality, you're going to attract people that are insecure, because they want to be around you just because maybe you seem cool, maybe you are fun to be around because you're like creative, or you're the life of the party, or you're just different, so you attract people. You will just attract more people in general, and then you realize you attract very insecure people, y'all. I had to really pretty much get rid of a lot of my old friends, like the friends that I grew up with, because it was like a lot of jealous energy just in every single friendship. And I thought it was me. Like, I'm like, am I just assuming this, or is this really real? Like, am I being too like big-headed? And then I got confirmed, like, no, these people are like that, and that's probably because you are of light. So if you are a light, you attract a lot of things, right? And you attract people that need healing. And a lot of those people that need healing, they're not really putting in the work. And so they literally sit into that anxiety and that chronic insecurities and stuff like that. And you have to remember, as being a black sheep, back in those days when you were a child trying to find yourself, you were also insecure. because I was also insecure back then, questioning myself, see if I was good enough. And until I really got into my full being of trusting this is who I'm supposed to be. Who cares if people think this is weird? Who cares if people don't think I'm good at this? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Just do it. There's going to be someone out there that likes what you're doing, so just do it. Don't let people discourage you. So once you finally get within your power, because you're using your throat chakra, you're using your creativity, you will then attract the right people, and then you will start dropping off all those jealous people. Like, you will start seeing through them, like, oh, they're jealous, they don't support me, or they're saying weird things to put me down, or they're trying to discourage me. I had a lot of just weird situations with my friendships, and I talk about a little bit in the podcast that I made about like friendship breakups. But I also realized that I didn't just attract like jealous friends. I also attract jealous partners, like relationships. Like, I remember this guy that I used to date. We weren't in a relationship, but we were in a situationship. I got story times on here about him. But I remember the first day he had came to my apartment. He drove through my neighborhood. And he was like, oh, like, I was driving through your neighborhood, and I was like, okay, like, this place is decent. Okay, this is decent, right? Like, no, she probably live in one of these apartments. And then when he pulled up to my apartment, because it's a luxury apartment, he was like, oh, wow, like, of course she would live over here. Like, of course she's so bougie, she would live here. So he was hoping that I lived in the other apartments that don't look as nice as my apartment to make himself feel better. Like, that is so weird. You know what I mean? Like, you're weird. Then I remember one day he had said something weird to me about, and this is the thing, is people think you're overthinking. No, you're underthinking. If you ignore signs like that, you're underthinking. And that's what I learned about, like, the mass majority ignores a lot of signs and red flags. And this is why they end up with very dangerous partners. So anyways, y'all, I remember one day he told me, like, oh, you're so bougie, but you don't have a TV in your room. I was like, okay, like, what is that supposed to mean? Like, I have a TV in my living room. I had a TV in my old room because I had a small TV, but I got rid of it. I didn't want no 32-inch. Like, even if it was in the room, I didn't want that small of a TV, and I wanted a smart TV. So, and I associate my room with sleeping. Like, what does that have to do with me being bougie or not? Like, it just really clearly told me that he was jealous of me. And like, he did tell me, like, previously, like, he didn't feel good enough for me. He felt like I was doing all these things. And yeah, so he was very jealous. So you have to watch out. And then I had a partner, like a relationship, where he was saying something negative about me getting this job, but he was making it seem like, oh, he was just curious if I was going to get it. But really, he was putting anxiety on me to now think, oh, am I going to get the job? And then he said that I think everybody be against me or jealous of me. And no, I know when people are being that way. Because I even told by my old friend, he was like, oh no, don't get rid of that friend. That friend is not like this. Da, 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 da. Everybody tried to tell me that. And I literally have a whole notebook of the things that she did. So, I'm not crazy, y'all. I pay attention to signs. I pay attention to things. Like, and we're human beings. But don't start trying to, once you get to the point, it's okay to be like, dang, I wish I was doing this that she's doing. Or, oh man, I wish that I was like attracting more people. Or whatever you're feeling. Feelings are valid. But when you start taking those to like make people feel bad, like now you're trying to destroy their character by talking down to them. Or you're trying to sabotage them now, and you're just doing sneaky behaviors because you hate on people. Like, when it comes from just like jealousy and hating to, there's a difference between like jealousy and hating to like, man, inspiration. Like, dang, I want to be there. Like, dang, maybe I'm not there right now, but I'm gonna be there. Like, that type of thing. But to be like wanting your spot and shit, like, I attract people like that want my spot, that want what I have, that wonder how I get what I have, all this stuff. Like, you don't know what the hell I had to go through as a child to get to where I'm at today, and I'm not even where I want to be at. So dang, imagine and you gotta remember, like, the higher and higher you get in life, when we even think of status, you get more haters, you get more jealous people. So if you are the black sheep, which is the chosen one, you're going to have haters, you're going to have jealous people, and they're going to want to be surrounding you. They're going to want to keep being around you because they want to see what you're doing. They want to implement what you're doing. They want to like be a part of something, a community that gives them hope. They're not bad people. They're just lost people. They're just chronically insecure people. So you tend to attract those type of people, especially as a healer as well. Like, a lot of black sheeps are healers. Like, they tend to help their family. They tend to lead their family. They change people's mindsets and things like that. So as a healer, you attract broken people sometimes. And in this, your decision, like, do I have the capacity to fix this broken person and be around this person? Or do I not have the capacity for that? Like, are they bringing me down during the process? These are the things you have to really listen to, right? So, people will compare themselves with you and compete with you. I've seen this so many times. Like, people, like, even when I lost weight, people are like, oh my gosh, what size are you? So they can, like, compare their size to me. You know, it's like, be yourself. Because me, all I wanted to do is be myself. Because I am a black sheep. I like being different. I even told this guy today, like, I really like making people uncomfortable, asking people difficult conversations and questions. Like, I like getting out of the box. I'm not like a typical regular person. Like, that's not me. And if you want to be me, please don't. Please don't, but because this ain't easy. I make it look easy, but it ain't easy. Okay? Or get in this field and be a soldier too. Like, how about you get in this field and be a soldier? Anyways, y'all. So why? Why are you attracting these broken people, these jealous people? Why are people hating on you? Why are your family negative? Why is your friends negative? Like, why being different causes you to get reprimanded and talked down to and judged, and, you know, because you are the chosen one. People don't like the chosen one. Do y'all see, when y'all see celebrities, right, and they're shining and stuff like that, even if it's just the appearance of, even if they're not of real light, right, even if they're not of real light, but they appear of light because they appear like, oh, this is amazing, their life is good, this is appearance, right? Even those type of people are in their comments saying all this disgusting, negative stuff, trying to even dig deep about their family, trying to bring the lowest, dirtiest lobos you can think of. People are trying to knock them down to their level. You have to understand, there are people out here that don't like when you are elevating, you're changing, you're evolving, you're transforming, and you are confident in yourself. Once you start realizing who you are, because they're trying to block you from who you are, that's why you've been the black sheep your whole life. Once you start to wake up and see who you are, they hate it. They hate it. And if you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing something right. I had to keep telling myself, if you don't have jealous people, you are just a boring being. Like, you don't bring nothing, which is fine. We need boring beings, right? But you don't bring that spice. You don't bring that. You don't have something that people want. If you have something that people want, even when it comes to the personality, when it comes to, I used to work somebody, she got mad because people be like, oh my God, Miss Joanna, where's Joanna? Oh, what's going on, Joanna? Like, always want, I'm like, oh, what about me? I literally had someone like, be like, oh no, hug me first. When a person came to hug me, one of my employees. And I was like, most people would ignore that. I don't ignore that. That's why people think I'm an overthinker. No, you bitches underthinkers. Okay? When you see something like that where somebody is already trying to fight for attention and be like, oh no, don't hug her, come hug me. Oh, everybody's worried about Joanna, but they're not worried about me. It's like, dang, is this a competition? Are you wanting the attention that I'm getting? What would you do for the attention that I'm getting? Right? You have to be aware of these type of people and keep them far, because energetically they'll try to pull you down and stop your action, stop what you going, because they can't be happy for you. They can't. Also, if you are a light worker and you're of light, right? Light and love. Like, if you are caring, thoughtful, really try to heal and help people, when you are pure, and people can see this through your eyes. You guys have to understand, especially people that are not spiritually, like, they go to spiritual level, or they don't know a lot about the spiritual realm, but your eyes is like the depths of your soul. If you look at somebody's eyes, you can tell if they're really a pure soul or if they have some darkness in them, right? We all have some obstacles we've been through. We've all been through dark periods. But do we let that darkness consume us, or do we let the light consume us and do better in the world? I hope that makes sense. But people can look at you, even if you don't see it in yourself, they can see you and be like, oh, this girl, she is a nice person. She is a sweet person. She is like, ooh, when I see her, when I look at her eyes, she just seems like a calming, loving soul. You can tell. I'm telling y'all, I can tell. I can read people through their eyes, so I know people can tell. And when I look at myself in my eyes now, that I've shifted so much, I'm like, I really do look like a pure soul. I am a pure soul. I have elevated, I have changed, I evolved. Like, I've never been a bad soul either. But it's like I have truly came into my purpose. I've truly found myself, and your eyes do change. The depths of your soul does change. Right? So anyways, y'all, people can see this. And especially the people that are the darkest can see the light in people. And then they will try to be around those people to obtain light, to look better, to feel better, to get healed. There's a lot of things they do for the light. Or these type of men, that's why a lot of like light, happy, sweet girls end up with criminals, end up with bad men that destroy them, break them down. Because those men seen it when they first met them. Oh yeah, this girl's sweet. I can pull one over her. I can, like, you know what I mean? So you have to understand you are like easier to attract people, and maybe not attract the best people, because we also like to see the good in people. So yes, we're going to have people that are jealous of us, right? And we're going to have people that don't want the best for us, because we see the good in so many people. But we have to then really start focusing on being real with ourselves and being able to see. We can see light in the darkness. We can, because every person that has darkness has light to them. There's a reason why they're a certain way. But we also got to say, that's not my problem. That's not my project. I might need to stay away from this person. I can give this person a message. I can tell this person what they need to do with their life, but then I need to go about my life, because those people can drag you down. So that's number one. Or number two, sorry y'all. You're not afraid to be yourself. This is a reason why you're not afraid to be yourself. And chronic insecure people are afraid to be themselves. They're afraid to be judged. They are afraid to put themselves out there, especially even on the internet. They are afraid for people to see them in their low moments. They only want people to see them in their high moments. They're afraid to make mistakes. These people are chronically anxious, and they're chronically insecure. Those type of people don't want to see you doing well, because they can't get out there and do well. They can't be out there and be their authentic self. They have to hide themselves, because they really care about what other people think about them, to the fact that they can't move on with their life. They can't do anything with their lives. They will hide themselves. They will hide their bodies. They will hide themselves. They will make themselves look perfect 24/7. Y'all, I look cute right now, but y'all go to my vlogs, y'all see me with the little band on, with my wig. Y'all see me in some pajamas. Like, I get on here and I do shorts and I'm looking crazy because I don't care. It took time. And that's how you detach yourself from jealous people, detach yourself from insecure people. When you start developing yourself, knowing your true self, start living in that black sheep, start being proud to be different, those people are going to fall off the bandwagon, because you're going to not want to be associated with those people. You're naturally not going to be able to be in those spaces. You're going to naturally start feeling depleted. You're going to naturally start feeling tired. You're going to naturally start taking on their energy. And you're going to be like, no, I can't be with these people. Also, you're gifted, creative, right? When you're gifted, creative, fun, you just naturally... you attract more people in general. So you gotta just watch who you attract. Because people, I naturally attract people even when I don't say nothing. Chanel, you better not go up in there and start barking. This dog, y'all. Anyways, I naturally attract people in general. And then that also actually makes people mad. Like, people that are chronically insecure and they're not getting attention, and you start getting all the attention, oh yeah, they hate your soul. They hate you. They don't care if you start getting all the attention, and it makes them feel less about themselves, which it usually does. That's why, y'all. And the final thing is, do not dim your light. No matter how it feels, no matter how many people are jealous of you, no matter how many people try to deter you from your family. I've had family be like, oh, like, you getting too skinny, oh this, oh that, like the comments, which it's underlying jealousy and hatred. Let's be honest. I have family members that just don't know how to be happy for others. They always make your accolades and things that you want to do for your life about them. And you have to understand, don't dim your light. Don't change your decisions. Do not shape your decisions around people. Because as the black sheep, sometimes we are the healers and the people that sometimes overcompensates and are the people pleasers. And that's something we cannot do. Because when we people please, we sacrifice ourselves. Do only what you feel capable of. Do only what you feel doesn't take away from you. Even when it comes to mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, you need to choose yourself. So don't dim your light. Make sure you are being the most creative being. Make sure if somebody tell you suck at something, keep doing it. Make sure they keep watching it. Keep going, because only person needs to believe in themselves is you. Some people ain't gonna like. I tell people this all the time. I had to learn this. It took me years to learn this. Art is subjective. I might come up here and I might read a poem and people might F with it. And then people might not F with it. Some people might love it, it can relate to it, and some people might just hate it. Just like when we listen to music. Some albums I like that people might not like. Some artists, my favorite artist will be their last artist. You know, some shows I like to watch you might hate. Art is subjective. Start being art. You are art. Who cares if they don't like it? Who cares if they're going to judge you? Who cares, because you're the chosen one? Step up. Break your generational curses. Get out there. Do your thing. Be yourself. Put yourself first. Keep shining. That's why you're the black sheep. Keep shining. Keep making them mad. Keep waking them up. Okay? But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.